place where you can go, where there's no one to tell you yes or no. If you just look into your heart, you will find there. That's the place to start. If you take a step and take another again, you'll find a better place to land. I know that it can be there someday. You've been waiting for. I know this life can be that one life you've been dreaming of. Today could be the someday. Today could be the one day. Today could be the someday you've been dreaming of. Today could be the someday. Today could be the one day. Today could be the someday you've been dreaming of. Oh, 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 oh. Today could be the day. Oh, 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 today could be the day.
I'm Jerry Ingram. I'm the owner of Volunteer Home Mortgage. We are a locally owned and operated mortgage broker company located in Maryville, Tennessee. I love meeting people and just being here for them. We provide all types of mortgages. You just give me a call at 865-238-7500 and online at volunteerhomemortgage.com.
It's time for Wake Up with Witcher. Here's meteorologist Mike Witcher from the East Tennessee Weather Center.
Well, it's a terrific Tuesday. No, it's not even Tuesday. It's a terrific Thursday. Let me get my day straight. And maybe not so terrific for some of you because, again, the kids are out of school here today in many counties, 2-hour delays in other counties, and a light coating of snow has fallen around East Tennessee. That was a look here earlier this morning across parts of town. So, again, we've got a lot of photos that have been coming in, and some of you are dealing with roads like that still. So you just can't even get out of the neighborhoods. And your back decks, be careful because they're going to be rather slick here this morning. And I got a chance to do this in my backyard here this morning. Snow again, my friends. Snow, snow, snow again. So happy Thursday. How's everybody doing today? We doing okay? Hey, by the way, we do have another Clipper system on the way tomorrow night that may produce what we're seeing out there this morning. I'm going to walk you through those details. And I want to talk about, at the end of this forecast, I'm going to talk about the potential for tornadoes in the month of February and where the greatest risk is and where the possibility of a risk for tornadoes are or does exist climatologically speaking anyway. So we're going to highlight that in a little bit more detail. I thought it'd be interesting to start, as we start to round out the months, the winter months anyways. We're going to be ramping up into, I think, a very active spring. And so more importantly, as we do transition from the winter to the spring months and the severe weather starts to ramp up, don't forget, if you're new to the platform, to download the East Tennessee Weather app because you will get watches and warnings from the National Weather Service. You can watch live weather updates from me and on the East Tennessee Weather platform. It's one-stop shop for weather right here in East Tennessee. So make sure you download that app, especially as we gear up towards the spring months. All right, let's take you back outside. A live look now in Anderson County. That's downtown Clinton this morning. You can still see some snow is hanging around with mostly cloudy skies. Now, these morning clouds will break up, and then we'll have some high-level clouds. So we will have some sunshine today. So don't forget the sunglasses. You'll need that. Good morning, Gloria. How are you this morning? Sharon says, no more snow. I know. Some of you have just done too much of the snow dance, and you kind of need to stop right about now. I mean, I'm not opposed to the snow, but the kids being out of school for almost a week, they'll go back to school tomorrow, I think. In some counties. We'll see. Knox County called it late last night or early this morning. I don't know exactly when it was. All right, yesterday we did make it to 40 degrees. Now, that temperature was because, remember, we were expected to see falling temperatures throughout the day. And so I was actually going to show you and talk about, I don't know exactly what time that came down, but I will be able to tell you here in just about 2 seconds when that high temperature came down. It came down at 1:36 in the afternoon. So we actually did warm to 40 degrees just before we started to see those temperatures drop. I was going 30. I was going 36. So we actually warmed up just a little bit more than what I was thinking. But then it switched over to that sleet and then some snow showers yesterday evening. Even a little bit of a light coating of the snow yesterday evening across parts of town as well. So this morning, light snow, possible icy roads, and just cold temperatures. We've got wind chill values in the single digits and teens and 20s. Today, low clouds give way to high level clouds, so we'll have some sunshine, some filtered sunshine as we get through the afternoon. We should warm nicely tomorrow, back to the upper 40s. But then here comes another Clipper system. It's going to be swinging its way in tomorrow night and Saturday, and that's going to bring us another chance for some light snow. But a nice little taste of spring is on the 7-day forecast. This morning, temperature is trending about 5 to 15 degrees colder than what we had yesterday morning. I know I saw that, Krista. That was awesome. That was awesome stuff. I'll see if I can't share that. All right. So temperatures this morning are in the teens and 20s, road temperatures in the teens and 20s. And so any of the snow on the ground is going to create some icy roads. And some of you, again, are still dealing with some icy roads this morning. 26 degrees this morning in Knoxville. We're going to see those temps climb only into the low 30s by lunchtime. Forecast highs today will only be in the mid 30s, so it's going to be another chilly day, and then 34 by 7 o'clock here tonight. Generally speaking, high temperatures trending below average. I mean, not generally speaking, but we are all still below average. Average high for this time of year is 50. So we're like nearly 10 to 15 degrees below average for this time of the year. All right. So tomorrow, here comes our next little Clipper system. We'll take you into the big picture, show you the pattern evolution. We've got a northwesterly flow, so another disturbance coming in from the northwest. These don't hold a lot of moisture, just like the one we saw last night, but could create some icy roads once again and some light snow showers Friday night and Saturday morning before it races on out. And then we'll wait patiently for our ridge of high pressure to start to build its way on in. I do think, by the way, that our Friday night and Saturday storm system may bring us a little bit more moisture. It is relatively moisture starved. These typically don't hold a lot of moisture, but here's the forecast for snowfall Friday night and Saturday morning. And may have some light snow showers throughout the day on Saturday. The classic horseshoe once again. But I think some light snow, maybe a light coating across the northern plateau from Osage Fentress to Scott and Campbell County, maybe parts of Claiborne County as well. Can't rule out some light snow showers and maybe a small light coating across the central and northeastern valley of East Tennessee. The southern valley, probably not going to see a whole lot. Across the foothills, I think we could see anywhere from a dusting to about an inch of snow. And I think the mountains this time around, or this tomorrow night, could potentially pick up anywhere from 1 to 3 to 2 to 4 inches. And the potential for a little bit more snow over into southwest Virginia, so Wise County, Virginia, along the I-81 corridor up towards, say, Kingsport, maybe 1 to 2 inches of snowfall with this next Clipper system tomorrow night. And so a lot of you have been asking on social media who are new to town, what are you talking about, the horseshoe? Well, we live in the valley in Knoxville and up and down the I-81 75 corridor. We're in lower elevations. But we have higher elevations surrounding us, the Cumberland Plateau, along the Tennessee-Kentucky border, and of course the Smoky Mountains. And when terrain plays a huge role in snowfall, we've talked about this before in the platform, but if you live in a higher terrain, if you're elevated in elevation, then you will see a better chance for snow when we have these Clipper systems. Road temperatures on Saturday morning are going to be back down into the teens and 20s, and so again, anything that falls Friday night is going to lay on the ground and create those icy roads, starting off wet, and then as temperatures drop, that will create the ice and the light coating of snow. And so the NOAA has issued a bit of a winter storm impacts. It's going to be minimal at best, I think, Saturday morning, but we could have some limited to slightly minor impacts. And then we get to just sing some songs of praise that warmer weather is on the way and that little taste of spring heads our way because of a ridge of high pressure that's going to build its way on in. We're going to get rid of that trough and replace it with a ridge. So when you look at your 7-day forecast, we're going to see those temperatures go from 37 today to 48 tomorrow, back down to 38 degrees on Saturday behind the front, and then we're back to 50 degrees. Average weather on Sunday, that's going to be nice. And then next week, 58 on Monday, 62 on Tuesday, 63 on Wednesday, average high is 50, so we're going to be trending 10 to 15 degrees above average as we get into next week. So we are looking at a nice little warming trend. I think that is going to be welcome. How long does it stick around? Well, the Climate Prediction Center has us above average from the 13th through the 19th. So that's your 8 to 14 day outlook. So once we get into this warmer air mass, it may stick around for a little bit longer. So is this going to be our last little taste of winter here in the Southeast? TBD, my friends. TBD. All right, so by a show of hands, who's tired of the snow and the cold? Well, and I'm going to say, so a lot of you have been know that we've been going through a kitchen renovation for the last year. It is still not done yet, but they were cranking it out yesterday. The problem is when they had to repipe my gas line for our gas stove, because we had electric stove, we now have a gas stove. They had to turn off the gas to the house, clearly, right? But the problem is when they turned it back on, it would not turn back on. So not only do we not have a kitchen, but now we do not have heat, and we have not had heat now for 2 days in our house. So we've got heaters running around in like the backside of our house, in the rooms and the bedrooms. The main living area is rather chilly because we don't have. I mean, we've been having a fire in the fireplace every single night. So, and it looks like we potentially could be without heat for about 10 days. Some days and some years you just can't win, right? But we're okay. Listen, like we were talking about at dinner last night with the kids, it's like, listen, we are so blessed. We have a roof over our head. We have 4 walls around us. We have nice things. We can live without some heat in our house for just a little bit longer. We're like, okay, you're right. We are very blessed people. Thanks, Sharon. I appreciate it. Dwayne's ready for some sunshine and 70s. I think the sunshine and 70s sounds pretty darn nice right about now, doesn't it, Dwayne? Pat's so tired of the cold. The funny thing is I said it yesterday, it's human nature to complain. It's too hot, too cold, too rainy, too snowy, too dry, too wet. It's just human nature, and I get it. No bueno. No bueno for sure. 10 days without, at least those temperatures are going to warm. So we're talking low temperatures back into the 30s or 40s, and highs are going to be in the 50s and 60s. So we will survive. Okay, so I wanted to highlight for something here for a second, because as we round out the winter months and head into the spring months, we do have a chance for tornadoes in the southeastern U.S. And you got to realize, over the years, climatologically speaking, Tornado Alley has been shifting from the Great Plains of Colorado, Kansas, Oklahoma, and the Panhandle of Texas a little bit further to the south and southeast based on climate change. So this is your February average tornado risk. And so puts East Tennessee under basically the possible category. We have a greater chance a little bit further to our west, south, and down across parts of Florida and much of the deep south. So it's interesting to see that, when you think of February, you don't really think of severe weather. You don't really think of tornadoes. You really think of that in March, April, May, which is, of course, our severe weather season. And as we round out the winter months and head into the spring months, the National Weather Service holds either virtually, which we talk about with the Witcher Weather Watchers, or in person. Thank goodness that COVID's over, right? They do have Skywarn Storm Spotter classes. So if that's something that you're interested in, of course, I'll be posting a lot more on my social media accounts, East Tennessee Weather, and of course the Mike Witcher TV Facebook page, to let you know when those start to occur in your counties, because they do hold them in most counties across East Tennessee, or a lot of them anyways. And I will try to attend a couple of them as well. And the cool thing is if you decide to do that, remember, if you get your certificate, you can send it to me and join a private group called Witcher Weather Watchers. And these Witcher Weather Watchers, so many of them are on the platform here this morning, but they really help navigate winter weather to severe weather. And it's nice because they're, you don't have to be a weather nut, but listen, if you do join the platform, just realize these people are weather nuts. And sometimes I cannot even keep up on the chat half the days. I'm like, okay, hold on, guys. I can't keep up. Oh, hey, thanks for everything. Okay, have a good day. Just too many things going on. But anyway, something to keep in mind, and something that we will continue to talk about as we round out the spring month or the winter months and head into the spring months. But I do want to take you back outside and show you what it looks like. A live look from Fox Road Marina. You can see a light little coating of snow on the grassy areas, the rooftops. I've got some on my back deck as well. And so that's really what we're going to have to contend with here throughout the day today. Let's see. Do you need more blankets? No, we're good. My neighbor's he's like, I got some kerosene heaters that I can bring over if you want to help warm up the house. We're almost out of firewood because we've been using a lot of firewood in the last few days. Thanks, Brandy. Listen, I appreciate the prayers and the sympathy for sure, but that's okay. It is today. Today is National Weatherman's Day. Thanks, Tammy. I appreciate that. I take donations, blankets, heaters on National Weatherman's Day. Weather Person's Day, I should say. Anyways, yeah, February 5th is National Weather Person's Day, so I appreciate you for sure. I'm late to the show. Supposed to go to a cabin in Gatlinburg tomorrow for the weekend. Thoughts on roads up there? They should be fine. I mean, yeah, they're probably going to be a little icy in some locations, depending on where you are going. I know some of those back roads and where some of those cabins are, way up on the hillsides. Likely, those are privately owned. And so you might just want to call your cabin rental company to check and see how the roads are. Kind of depends on where you're going to be staying, Brandy. But you are going to get some fresh snow tomorrow night into Saturday. So if you're leaving tomorrow, you'll likely wake up to some fresh snow on the ground on Saturday. So if you do so, I hope you join the broadcast, and because we do broadcast at 8:00 in the morning on Saturday, and let me know what's going on in your area. Mike, there's snow on the ground. Too early to discuss tornadoes. It is not too early to discuss tornadoes because we can flip the pattern pretty quickly, and we can switch from this cold Arctic winter weather that we've been continuing with for much of January and now February to quickly turning the corner and talking about severe weather. So unfortunately, it is not. Thanks, Lynn. I appreciate you. It is not. And I do, as I've mentioned before, I do think that it's going to be a very active spring here in the southeastern U.S. Let's hope it's not for us, but severe weather is, obviously severe weather. And it's the transitioning of the seasons, and so that's why I tell you all the time, listen, download the East Tennessee Weather app. It travels wherever you go. As long as you have GPS location services turned on and notifications, you'll be notified of inclement weather anywhere in the country. And as we get into the spring months, a lot of folks taking spring vacations down to beaches and whatnot, just something to kind of keep in mind. Weather for the weekend, Friday night, tomorrow night into Saturday. A little bit of light snow. Another clipper system moves on through. Chilly on Saturday at 38, back to 50 though on Sunday. And then next week we're going to be in the 60s. So really nice weather there. And by the way, Sean, listen, if you don't have the East Tennessee Weather app downloaded, I do have Witcher's 1 Minute Weather. So if you just want a quick little 1 minute weather update, that's going to be your place to be. But when inclement weather moves in, and like on those sunny, quiet days, that's a great place to check in. But on the inclement weather days, of course, you'll want to check in with a full forecast because I do have the time to break everything down for you. And I do obviously do that here on Wake Up with Witcher as well. Not going to lie, I'm ready to hear some thunder and see some lightning. Well, here we go. There we go. National Weather Person's Day, a couple days after Groundhog Day. Connection? I think not. I think not, my friend. I don't know who decided to do that. But it's probably going to show up on our national holidays, which, speaking of which, let's move the show, shall we? Got a lot of folks joining us this morning. Thank you so much for joining. If you're new to the platform, now we're going to go have some fun. We're going to share some Witcher's pictures is what I call them. I'm going to be working on my website a lot today, so hopefully we can get that launched by next week. That would be the goal anyways, and the new website is looking fantastic. Unfortunately, my current website just kind of looks like a... no bueno out there. Before we get to work with the national holidays, we'll take you outside and show you a live look at the interstate system from the TDOT cameras. That's 40 in West Hills. So again, the interstates are doing just fine. Not a big deal on the interstates. It's really the back roads, but you can see the buildings and rooftops off in the distance, and volume of traffic a little bit busier this morning than what we had yesterday. Surprising, actually. I don't know how many schools are out of school here today, but anyways. All right, so we're celebrating birthdays and events. Any birthdays out there this morning? Let's give you a big shout out. Costa Road in Cosby must be a wreck from the winter weather. It's been crazy on a day full of sunshine. Margaret, I hope you have a great day as well. Thanks for joining us from Englewood. Seth says we did have a tornado last year in February, so there you go. We did. Thanks for that, Seth. I appreciate you. Let's see. You should get one of those really long fleece hoodies with the weather pics on it to keep warmer and wear for your live reports. It's warm in the studio. My studio is always warm, right, Seth? I always keep it probably a good solid 72 degrees here in the studio. All right, today's National Chocolate Fondue Day. I like fondue. I don't like chocolate, but I like fondue. It's always good. And today is Optimist Day. Good day for that. Let's be an optimist that spring is right around the corner, that warmer weather returns as we get into the weekend. It's been a while since we've been in the 50s. It's been a long hot minute since we've been in the 60s. So we can have some optimism on a day like today. Today's also National Shower with a Friend Day. we're just going to leave that one right there. And today is National Weather Person's Day. We'll see if my wife does anything for me today. She typically does. She'll buy me some candy and stuff like that because I'm a big candy guy. Sorry for getting in here so late. Don't ever be sorry. Don't ever be sorry. I've been asked, and this might have been asked, are these roads going to clear up by the afternoon with temperatures coming up? Temperatures are not going to come up much today. We're barely going to be above freezing. I'm going about 37 degrees here today. Is that today? Yeah, today's Thursday, right? So I'm going 37 today. Now, we will have some sunshine once these morning clouds move on out, but then high clouds move on in. So depending on how much sun and how long it sticks around with us, of course, sun's energy will start to help melt the roads. And so that should help things out a little bit. And then tomorrow morning, we're down to 24. So again, I just don't think the snow's going to go anywhere until probably Sunday or Monday or Tuesday of next week for a lot of locations, especially in the north-facing slopes and driveways and backyards and sheltered and shaded areas. All right, let's talk about some weather history on this date in 2010. A mega snowstorm, which President Obama dubbed Snowmageddon. Do you remember this? Buried Washington, D.C. with over 30 inches of snow. In 2008, the Super Tuesday, here we go. In 2008, I do remember this storm. The Super Tuesday tornado outbreak has been one of the deadliest tornado outbreaks in the U.S. with 59 fatalities reported. So far, it ranks in the top 15 deadly tornado outbreaks and the highest number of tornado deaths since 1985. According to the SPC storm reports, there were over 300 reports of tornadoes, hail up to 4 1/4 inch size and diameter in parts of Texas, damaging wind gusts all the way from Texas to Ohio and West Virginia. And the outbreak produced at least 64 tornadoes, some producing EF3 and EF4 damage. And that, my friends, I didn't even know that was going to be on there today. But that kind of coincides with what I was talking about with the potential for tornadoes in the month of February. Not totally unusual. Clearly. Let's hope that we don't get another super tornado outbreak. Again, 2011 was a big one as well. In 2006, Mount Washington Observatory, been up there. It's awesome. It's crazy. It's windy and it's cold. In New Hampshire, reaches its highest high temperature of 41 degrees, the warmest February 5th on record. And you got to realize that is where we've measured the highest wind speeds ever recorded. I think it was from like an anemometer before it just like decided to just blow up. I'm blanking on how fast that wind speed was. Somebody, if you want to do a little Google search while we're doing this, look up Mount Washington and the highest wind speed ever recorded and throw it in the chat. See if we can't get somebody to do that for me this morning. All right, in 1990, for the second time in 2 days and the third time in a week, high winds plagued the northwestern U.S. In 1989, severe cold gripped much of the nation. 30 cities reported new record low temperatures for the state, places like Oregon, Nevada. In Alaska, though, they warmed to 24 degrees. No. Oh, yeah, they warmed to 24 degrees above zero. Well, there you go. In 1988, cold and snow invaded the southern U.S. Roswell, New Mexico was buried under 16.5 inches of snowfall. In 1987, thunderstorms in the southern plains region caused flooding in parts of south central Texas. And in 1887, San Francisco experienced the greatest snowstorm on record. Nearly 4 inches of snow was reported in downtown San Fran. And on this date, February 5th, 2026, history across the world. Today's daily quote: happiness is good health and a bad memory. Ingrid Bergman. Happiness is good health and a bad memory. And if you've never seen the show Pole to Pole by Will Smith, it's actually really good. And there's some really interesting stuff in there. It's actually interesting. And we've been watching this as a family that he's doing this like, I think it's on Hulu. He's doing this, it's called Pole to Pole. He goes from the South Pole to the North Pole and everywhere in between and visits places. And last night's was really good because it was just about family and life and time and happiness and what creates happiness. And, in our day and age, we think that happiness is the things that we have, the more things that we buy. You work harder to make more money. Is that going to bring you happiness? And really the answer is no. The answer is nature and time and family and love and friends. That's what creates true happiness. And I'm happy today because you are all my friends. In 1986, Prince released the song Kiss. In 1972, Bob Douglas became the first black man elected to the Basketball National Hall of Fame. In 1958, the National Academy of Recording Arts and Sciences, NARAS, formed a New York chapter. It's also better known as the Grammy Awards Organization. And in 1783, Sweden recognized the independence of the United States. We'll take you back outside. Let's see. We'll take you to Union County. This is a live look in Maynardville. Big shout out to Maynardville here this morning. Always like to share those views. It's always nice. More cameras coming to a platform near you. Oh my gosh, this is just adorable, by the way. Somebody sent me this picture yesterday on Witcher's Pictures. Here, hold on. We'll go here. Somebody sent me these pictures on Witcher's Pictures yesterday, and they said, you were right, Witcher. You can blow the snow off with a leaf blower. Look at this little cutie. Helping mom and dad blow off the leaves. Where did that thing go? Huh. I can't get to that. Let's see if I can't get to that. Well, there we go. There we go. How about that one? That's a cute photo that was sent in, by the way, from Lily. Here's another great shot. This is Dwayne Foister. He's a great photographer here in East Tennessee, and it looks like he took his drone up to the mountains of East Tennessee. We'll see what he says on this one. I mean, what a beautiful part of the world we live in. I love the mountains. Here's a bird's eye view of the Cherryhala Skyway before all the snow melts. No snow on the treetops, but the ground cover made for some nice views, layers of mountain hills and valleys. Dwayne, thank you so much. That just really says what East Tennessee is all about. And that right there is why it's so difficult to forecast snowfall, generally speaking, here in East Tennessee, because we have so many different elevation gains and hills and terrain. All right, so got this picture last night of some sleet showing up. It's probably going to show up sideways, but you get the picture. No pun intended. We had this one from Carly, and we've had some incredible icicles. Look at that icicle. I posted one just the other day, and it was like 62.5 inches long or something like that. AGC Adventures posting this one on the East Tennessee Weather app as well. Don't forget, you can always upload your photos to, or through, I should say, the East Tennessee Weather app. Snowflakes on the gas grill, Knoxville, Wednesday night. AGC Adventures. And we've got another one from Dennis Williams. This is about midnight in Rockford. So Rockford got a nice little dusting of snow. It's like the atmosphere just wants to keep precipitating. It's just, it's just like, here we go. Let's just keep going. Let's keep going. Isn't that crazy? Great photos, by the way, through the Witcher's Pictures link. And let's see if I have any photos to share with you. I will share this with you this morning. I'm going to be posting this through social media later today. But I do want to share this photo because, remember, we are doing what's known as a small business social spotlight. And the first to join us for the Small Business Social Spotlight on the East Tennessee Weather platform is Harbs. Big shout out to Harbs this morning. Those are the folks that own Harbs. I don't quote me on this, but it's been a business for, I think, 75 years, something like that. So they've been a small business here in East Tennessee. Great rugs, great carpets, hard floors. They can clean your stuff. And you're going to see them on the social media platform here probably next week because that's what we're doing. So if you are a small business and you want to check out the Small Business Social Spotlight, you can hit me up, Mike at easttnweather.com. And I know I showed you these pictures the other day, but I think I did. I'm wondering if I did. Yeah, I did. Of the Snowflake Queen King stuff. All right. I guess that's all I have for you this morning. We're going to wrap things up here. It is 7:58. Edwin, I hope you have a great day as well. 100 years. Oh, Harbs, 100 years. Oh, Robert's Project. See if I can get that. I didn't see that on there. Let's see, Krista. Hold on a second. It is not showing up on Witcher's Pictures, my friend. I'll try to show that tomorrow. I don't know where you posted that. I forget. Was it on social media? Email it to me, Krista, mike@eastnweather.com. The Harvs! You love them, huh? They're great. Great people. Let's see. 253 miles per hour. There we go. Mount Washington. I've actually been on top of Mount Washington in hurricane force winds, and they're known for their rime ice. There you go. Isn't that crazy? That is crazy. Good morning, Danny. How are you this morning? Isn't that show Pole to Pole awesome, Jackie? Oh, it's on Disney Plus too. There we go. I highly recommend it. But it was interesting because I didn't realize that Will Smith was really going to talk about how, punching, what's his face, on live TV, Chris Rock, had just kind of destroyed his career. And he really talks about that a lot, actually. Interesting stuff. Everyone have a magnificent day. Andrew, you as well, my friend. All right, be safe, be kind to each other. Life is short, as I always say. We're going to see some sunshine today, but high-level clouds move back in. We're warmer tomorrow, and then another drop of those temps with another disturbance and another chance for some light snow showers around the area. And then a nice little taste of spring, and we'll melt and thaw everything away, and we'll be able to pull out those Bermuda shorts next week, because after temperatures in the single digits, teens and 20s and 30s, 65, 62, whatever I'm going, 63, it's going to feel like a heat wave. And it may stick around for quite some time. Thanks for joining me this morning. I sure hope you have a great day. I'll see you back here tomorrow.
Standing up in front of an army, shoes in the mud and the wet paint, twists and turns up the alley just like it should. So you color